Time. This is FB Live 167. We're still out on the internet. We're still out in Facebook galaxy in search of the next awesomeness, the awesome sauce. And tonight, our guest, Erika Vargas, she is an Instagram hair Esti referral Jedi. She's taking some really specialized Esti services. She's integrated them into her hair services, and she is blowing up her ticket, blowing up referrals. She's just on fire. She works at E.Claire Salon, Carbondale, Illinois. Salon owner Elizabeth Struess, who's in the house tonight. She wants to watch Erika slam it. And Summit coach Victoria Perry, she's out there somewhere, and she's going to be proud of all of her prodigies. So let me tell you why I invited Erika tonight. You can see that since she started warming up, every year she's doubling her income. And she's at level 3, 27 years old. Average service ticket 67. Haircut price is 37, so that's almost twice as her haircut price. She's cruising around 12, 13 referrals a month. I mean, you do the math on that, man. That's like just this side of 150 referrals. Are you kidding? She's crushing it. Rebooking at 73%. RTS 27%. Oh my God, she's working 20 days a week behind the chair. Now, I don't want to take any thunder out of her story. She's got just a great story. I just love the ride she's been on. She's going to tell you about that, and then she's going to give us some of her favorite best practices. Graduates high school in 2010, graduates hair school in 14, begins working, starts the fam. 2016, she starts at E.Claire, and since then, every year she's doubling up, so she's really in the game. Now, you need to follow her work. Erika _@ E.Claire on both Instagram and Facebook. We're going to take you on a little digital field trip tonight to her page because she's just doing some really cool stuff. I just love what she's doing with her grids, and I love how she's leveraging her Instagram highlights. She uses the iPhone XS. That is the bomb on steroids. Couple hundred followers on IG, which tells you don't need a lot of followers to be booking it big time behind the chair, but the overwhelming majority of those followers are people that she serves, and the overwhelming majority of her referrals come in from IG and Facebook as well. So she's going to come back in, she's going to tell her story, and then we're going to get her talking about some of her best practices. We're going to take you to the green room now to see if she's back there. And when she is, well, why don't you give it up for her, you guys?
Hello, everyone.
Did you hear me bragging on you?
Just a little bit.
I love it. And your fearless leaders on watching it tonight, and you got the fan club. You're blowing up my page. They're sending you love. They're sending you thumbs up. So this is going to be a nice few minutes with you.
Awesome. I know the whole team was checking the time earlier.
Nice. Well, we always like to get the story. You know, the Erika. Who is Erika, and what was Erika about before she decided to enter the business, and just before she has her big awakening? So get us started.
When I first started working in the beauty industry, I was actually doing mostly nails. I was working 70 plus hours a week, and I was starting to hit burnout. My poor husband was working 2 jobs, and we never saw each other. When we did see each other, I was exhausted, and we never got to see any of the rest of our family.
So you're at first you start nails, so you got off to a real shaky, slow drip start.
Yes.
And as a result, you start getting burned out, and then something extraordinary happened. That's always a turning point. You wouldn't make it to this show unless you had the OMG, aha, or the Big Bang. Where in your story did that happen, and what was it?
I actually really enjoy this part of my story because I think it's a little different. I heard about E.Claire Salon from guests that I was doing nails on, but they were getting their hair and everything else done over at this other salon, and they would talk about their experience and how awesome it was. And I was like, that's the type of thing I want to give my guests. I want to provide that experience and that service. So I kind of had it on my radar, and then I heard they were hiring. So I sent an application in, interviewed with Elizabeth, learned about working with her and earning potential, that it was only 32 hours a week. And I kind of just jumped on. I went through the associate program with Elizabeth and have graduated from there.
Wow. I mean, I love this part where you're actually in another salon starving to death. One of your clients is going to E.Claire getting hair services. She comes into you, tells you about the experience she's having there. In essence, kind of blows in your ear, and it kind of wakes you up. You go have a chat with Elizabeth, started as an associate, and the rest is history.
Yes.
Oh my God. And so and how many years ago did that happen? Like, are we talking in a 2-year, 3-year window where you go from the nail salon to E.Claire?
We're right at 3 years.
So here we are, 3 years later, 36 months later, and you're the trajectory of your financial life, your professional life, your personal life, your marital life. Like, you've been born again. This is like a miracle on steroids. What's it like to be you now? How has this changed your life?
In so many ways, it's hard to break it down just one. I'm home a lot more. My husband and I are both able to spend time together, both with just us, with our daughter, with our other family members, and that's really important to us. That's always been something that's been important. So I love actually getting to see him and eat dinner with them, things like that, and just being part of an awesome team. I love you guys. You make every day so much fun, and we're heading towards like financial goals that at one point seemed unattainable.
Yeah. And as I'm looking at my news feed as we're chatting, and Elizabeth's back there going, and she kicks ass herself, and I think your hubby's on, and he's rooting you, and you got some of your working peers. So this is a big deal. This was a major pivot in your life, and very, very inspiring to listen to that. So where do you go from here in the next 365 days or so? What's next for Erika?
Well, I am moving from stability phase of level 3 into planning my next promotion. So creeping up on level 4, hoping to get there by the end of the year. After that, I'm really looking forward to jumping on with our associate programs and partnerships, and just helping other people have this kind of change and growth in their life. That's a big part of it to me. I think it's so awesome. I want to share it with everybody. And just going forward, thinking about buying a house is now a real possibility. Growing a family larger is a real possibility. So it's exciting.
I love it. Your hubby's on, and he's saying, and she's such a badass. And then you must have one of your buddies, because she's saying, no, that's my wife, or something like that. So they're fighting on you, and they're sending you lots of love. So here's the big deal, though, Erika. There's a whole bunch of people watching tonight, and there's going to be a few thousand that are going to be watching this over the next few days, and they're looking at you, and they're listening to you, and they're watching, and they're hearing the story, and they're going, oh my God, I can relate to Erika. I can relate to who she is and where she's been, and I'm seeing her in a place that I'd love to be, but I'm not in that place. I'm in the place that she used to be. I wonder if what she made happen is really possible for me. What do you say to those people?
That it's definitely possible. It takes some hard work and some trust in the process. There's speed bumps. You have to trust it and get over them, but anybody can do this. It's just a matter of thinking about ways to provide the best, most well-rounded experiences.
I love it. I love it. Well, we got a few minutes left, and I always like to devote a few minutes to the tutorial part of the interview, and that's always about you and your favorite best practices. And I follow you on Instagram. You show up on my feed a few times a day, and I just love some things you're doing. Talk about that and what's inspiring about that. And I know that you've integrated some of your Esti service, specifically lash lifts and stuff, into your hair, and that's affecting your ticket and your day and all that. So, what is that all about?
I do a lot of lashes. I do lash extensions and eyelash lifts and tints. I do also provide skincare and, of course, hair services. So the awesome thing about that is my guests don't have to go anywhere else for everything they want done. We live in a world where people want all of these services to make everything easier on the day-to-day morning. If you're getting a lash service done, you get to skip mascara for 4 to 6 weeks at a time. They're a hot thing right now. They're really popping out there. They're everywhere on the internet. So posting a lot of them and posting frequently is a good way to get people's attention.
Yeah, I really love your rhythm on the grids, because I'll see like 9 grids hair, and then I'll see 6 grids on your eyelash services. And then, I go down, I see a couple of grids that kind of are about your personal life. And then, we get into three more grids on your eye services. It's back to your hair services. So you really got a real cool rhythm there. Now, what I'm curious about, and I'm sure the viewers curious about, is has that spiked up your average ticket where your guests now, in addition to hair services, they're saying, hey, talk to me about what I see you posting on your Instagram page with regard to lash lifts?
Definitely. I have a lot of people that see the posts and they want to try it. And then they try it the first time, they love it. So then they're sending me their friends. And it just creates this really beautiful cycle of, oh, like you do eyelashes too. Or if someone sees me for eyelashes, they're like, oh my gosh, you do hair also. And it creates a really beautiful relationship with my guests so that they can come in and talk to me about kind of all of their problems, every beauty, thing they might struggle with. And we're able to tackle it all together, just them and I. So for some people, they might hang out with me for 4 hours a day, but that's one day a month and they get everything taken care of and they're able to go on and, not be in the salon 3 and 4 times a month.
And then I just found 3 grids in a row. It looks like you're doing some really specialized facials. And if I touch, if I click on the picture, it says, your before after of the chemical peel. I mean, that's some sophisticated stuff. And then you show another picture right after that. In a nutshell, what are those facial services, and how are they different from your eyelash services?
With skincare, I do a lot of customizing things for people to target their specific concerns. So that particular young woman that the photos of, she has a little bit of post-acne scarring and hyperpigmentation. So we're on a good treatment regimen to kind of fight that. I think that person that we have there, we were working on getting rid of some blackheads and just giving her like bright, beautiful, glowing skin.
Yeah, it really is really, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I was sitting, this is some sophisticated stuff. I got to believe that you've got clients reaching out to you going, look, I have that issue, and it's awkward, it's uncomfortable. And you're saying, look, come see me. I'll get that handled with you and for you, huh?
Yes. And I think it's also nice having that relationship with them where they see you on multiple levels. So the young woman that I was helping with the blackheads, I do her hair as well. So it makes them feel more comfortable because they get to know you in a lot of different ways. And they're not afraid to say, hey, I've really been having trouble with this. Can you help me?
Yeah, and then I'm looking at this is again, I love Victoria Perry is watching this too. I love the rhythm of your grids because I see three grids devoted to lash lift, and I see three on hair. I see three more on lash lift. I see some braiding, might even be extension work. So you really are using your Instagram grids to brand yourself as like a multidisciplined service provider, and it's working for you big time. And what the other thing I want to be, I've got about 2-3 minutes left with you, Erika, and I'm one of the things I love that what you're doing is on your highlights. You have something called lashes, and it's playing as we speak. What is that, and how does that work for you, and how do you use it to make money?
I love both Instagram stories and Instagram highlights. To me, I think using the story lets you show a little bit more day to day. It's almost like giving your guests or your followers like a VIP access to kind of your life. So I really enjoy cooking. Sometimes I'll post about cooking on there. And things like that. I think it just makes us relatable. It's nice for them to see that we're humans and we do things too. And then specifically using the highlights to feature services and things that are part of my professional life that are super important. So I feature lashes because there's not a ton of other salons in our area that are doing them. So when people are searching for lashes, the more places I have it posted, the easier it is for them to find a place in Southern Illinois that does eyelashes.
I love it.
And then they can scroll through there and see all the different types of services and see my work. This one I really like because it kind of gives a glimpse of the process of the lash lift.
Oh yeah, you're actually showing you've got us in a surgical theater watching what the process, and I'm sure those kinds of tutorials is what compels, either invokes curiosity on your guest and to get them to inquire, or inspires them to say, look, that looks really, really cool. Let's talk about you doing that, with me and on me and for me, huh?
Yes, I think a lot of people feel anxious about coming into a salon or even trying new services. So the more of the quote unquote like background of it I'm allowed to show helps people kind of know what they're coming in for, what to expect before they get there. And I think it cuts down on some of the anxiety of asking to experience something new.
I love it. Well, listen, we're out of time, and this was just a great, nice balance. Your story is beautiful. Your best practices and in the rhythm of your grids and how you're able to really use that strategically to brand yourself as an Esti that specializes in lash lifting. It sounds like some real corrective skin stuff with facial, specialized facial, as well as an awesome hairdresser. So I just love this interview because it was unique from that standpoint. With your permission, I want to stay close to you. I follow you, and maybe at the end of the year, have you back for an encore and tell us how your year ended.
That would be fabulous.
Excellent. Well, thanks again. I know you had a long day. You got a lot of people sending you love tonight, and Victoria's in the house as well. So I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to wrap up the program, and I'll touch base with you in the next few.
Sounds great. Have a good night, everybody.
Give it up one more time, will you, for Erika? You guys! Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think we need to give it up for her one more time, you guys. I just really loved how she was using Instagram in a way, like if you look at her grids and how she's branding herself on Insta, you're going to see that that she's the rhythm of her grids are extraordinary. So she really is taking her hair services, her eyelash services, lash extensions, her corrective facials, and she's building a rhythm. She's got a pattern on her grids that are just extraordinary. And then she's got this off the charts highlight of, it looks like probably 20 slides there that show before and after pictures. I mean, look at that after effect. It's incredible. You probably are going to see another one there. And so it's no wonder why she's doing, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's a before. And here is, and after as she lifts up the lashes. So nothing short of extraordinary. Now, I think you got to give it up for one more time. She just blew it up. Blew it up. Well, listen, if you're new to our conversation, if you're new to the community, you're watching Michael Cole's Summit on Facebook. We do Facebook Lives on Thursday night at 8, and this was our 167th episode. So this particular social media platform has become almost like a learning channel for social media, and now to a large extent digital, using digital strategy, online strategies to build clientele. So I hope you come back and hang out with us some more. Every one of our interviews get cooked down into a micro learning, 2-3 minutes to really like take the essence, and then we upload it on IGTV, on Michael Cole Summit on Instagram. So if you go there, you're just going to see a ton of pre-recorded, edited down production value videos. And guys, this is free. So I really want you to go there. There's a lot of people I meet in the world that say, you know what, those micro learnings really woke me up, inspired me, and kind of leveled up my game. So please take me up on my vacation there. You should be living on summitsalon.com, just because there's some really cool resources there. Our Bible now, if you will, our social media Bible is the script guide, social digital script guide, and the social digital planner. If you get on our product page, you can actually now watch the tutorials of how to use these before you buy them. They're right next to the product. So again, you guys, these are deals that you really can't refuse. We just launched a few months ago, I call it our Summit Netflix channel. It's 365, summitsalon365.com. Really, those are our more higher end videos you can stream for, I think it's a couple $100 a year for a subscription. You can stream those 24/7, 365. So take us up on that, and we're continuously loading up new content on that. We now have online coaching services. So there's no more, consultant need to necessarily jump on plane, trains, and automobiles to serve you. We have online training courses. We have social media intensive trainings. We're specializing them for spa people. We've got social media leadership for salon owners. So call our 800 number and get a complimentary 1-hour consultation with our social media team, and they'd be more than happy to tell you more about that. Also on summitsalon.com, for no money at all, we now have calculators that you can set an annual income goal, and the algorithm breaks it down to exactly what you need to do a day in service and in product to make an annual goal. So, I mean, again, these are digital tools that are there at your disposal. And one of my favorite is that a tracking app that you can download, and it's free. It's a cloud-based app. Salon Clouds made that for us, Salon Clouds Plus. And it really measures your referral rates and your average ticket rates and your rebook rates, so that you know when you have the readiness to level up your prices. So take us up on it. So these are our sponsors, L'Oreal Professional, and we never take them for granted. Their financial support allows us to bring this kind of tutorial education to you online. So please support their brands. We've got Shoe, we have Pulp Riot, we have Kerastase, L'Oreal Professional, Redken Purology, Matrix, Mazzani, BioLives, Baxter, Esti, Kerastase, Purology. So to the degree that you support these lines, PPD is in a position to support us, and when they support us, like I said, that we can I think this is unprecedented education, you guys, so please take us up on it. So, been a great show. I think we need to give it up for Erika one more time, if you could. And we will see you next week.